Welcome to the Well Women Flourish podcast, where we believe true wellness is about more than just a number on a scale. It's about building strength, confidence, and healthy habits so you can fully live the life God has created for you. I'm Alexis Crisp, certified personal trainer, nutrition educator, and wellness coach. My passion is helping women get unstuck, build healthy routines, and learn how to care for the body they've been given. Today, we are talking about something that impacts every single one of us, no matter your age, fitness level, or experience in the gym. Today, we are talking about functional movement patterns. You may have heard the phrase functional fitness before, and perhaps you've wondered what that actually means. Functional fitness is simply training your body to move better for your real life. Because the goal of exercise is not just to look good in the mirror. It's not to attain a summer beach body or whatever you want to call it. The goal is to have strength, mobility, balance, and confidence to do the things you love for years to come. Think about a normal day. You get out of bed, you sit up and down from a chair, you pick up groceries, you carry your laundry. You reach into the cabinet for something. You twist to grab something from the back seat of your car. You bend down to pick something up. Those are not gym exercises. Those are life movements. And the good news is that your body is designed to perform these movements. The challenge is that our modern lives often take them away from us. We sit more than ever, the sedentary lifestyle that many of us have, and the habit of just moving less, sitting on our phones, sitting on the couch, binging whatever your favorite show is, spending more time in positions that actually weaken our muscles and decrease our mobility. The good news, the solution is not complicated at all. All we have to do is train the movements we use every day. There are 8 foundational movement patterns that build the foundation for lifelong strength. We'll run through them: push, pull, squat, lunge, hinge, carry, rotate, and plank. Let's break down each one and why they matter. Pushing and pulling is going to build your upper body strength. A pushing movement is a movement where you're moving something away from your body. Pushing open a heavy door or pushing yourself up off of the floor. There are many stories that I've heard of people who fall down, elderly people, and they don't have the strength to push themselves back up. This is an important movement pattern for us to maintain for confidence and independence in our lives. Another example is putting something onto a high shelf in your kitchen cabinet. That's another way that we would be pushing up, raising those arms up overhead. The exercises that strengthen our ability to push are obviously going to be push-ups, chest presses, and shoulder presses. Now, why does this matter as we age? Well, because your upper body strength helps us to maintain independence. Being able to push yourself up after getting down onto the floor, pushing a shopping cart, or just moving objects around your home, this all requires strength. Maybe you have grandkids that you want to play on the floor with, but because you know you don't have the strength to push yourself up, you avoid that quality time to play with them. This is why this pushing movement pattern is important. Now let's talk about the pull. Pulling is going to be the opposite of pushing, and it's bringing something toward your body. Examples of this are opening a door, pulling your groceries toward you, pulling yourself up, and picking something up and bringing it toward your body. The exercises that help support and strengthen for us to pull are going to be rows, pull downs, and resistance band pulls. The next movement we're going to discuss are the squat, lunge, and hinge. In a squat, we're lowering and raising the body. We're bending at the knees, and you use this every single day, sitting into a chair, getting up off of the couch. And my favorite one is really to drive the point home is to use the bathroom. The ability to sit down on the toilet and get up from the toilet independently is extremely crucial for our independence and self-confidence. Having independence matters in our lives. We don't want to start calling in our children, nieces, nephews, and everyone so early into our 60s and 70s and having to ask them to help us get up off of the toilet. And even just picking things up on our own, it helps us to feel like we're able to sustain ourselves. It's also important to learn how to pick things up from off of the floor. Squatting is a movement pattern that helps us to protect our backs, and it's just healthier for us to squat down properly to pick something up than bending in our backs. When we have a strong squat pattern, this helps protect our knees, hips, and ultimately, again, our independence. The goal is not necessarily to do a perfect deep squat, although I can do another episode on deep squats. The goal is for us to be able to safely lower and lift our body. Now, what about the lunge? The lunge is a single leg movement, and examples are going to be stepping over something, walking upstairs, getting in and out of your car, and changing directions while walking. Lunges challenge our balance, coordination, and strength. And as we age, balance becomes incredibly important because falls can have serious consequences. When we train our legs one side at a time, this helps us to stay capable and confident. And the hinge, this is going to be another one that helps prevent damage to our backs. The hinge is one of the most important and misunderstood movements. A hinge is when you bend at the hip while keeping your spine nice and strong. Examples of this are when you pick up a laundry basket, hinging at your hips, that's going to protect the back. If you're lifting up a box, maybe loading groceries into your car, or even gardening. These are basic everyday activities. Many people bend from their back because they've just never learned how to do this properly. And that's the reality. We're supposed to be hinging at our hips, not bending from the back, and the shoulders just drape down and the back rounded. That puts too much pressure and strain on the back. Now we'll talk about the carry, rotation, and plank. This is going to create strength in our lives in such a powerful way. By carrying things, and again, we're back to the groceries, luggage, or even a child. This could be just moving things around your house. Exercises for this are the farmer carries and suitcase carries. Carrying is also great because it builds our grip strength, and our grip strength has been correlated to our longevity as well. It also helps our core stability. So if I'm carrying a kettlebell on one side of my body, I'm demanding that my core stabilize me to hold me up straight. So I'm getting the grip strength work with the kettlebell in one hand and also the core stability work by holding my body up straight and erect. When you have a strong carry, that means that you can handle your daily responsibilities with, guess what? Confidence. And that's our goal, confidence and independence. The next movement is the rotation. Rotation is the ability to twist and turn safely. Why do we need to do this? Let's connect it to our real lives. Looking behind while driving, that's the most important one for me. If you're turning to grab something that's beside you, that again, that's a rotation. What if you play golf or tennis and you want to be able to swing your golf club and tennis racket? These are the real life things that we would want to have a proper rotation for. Many people avoid rotation because they're just afraid of twisting. But controlled rotation and training yourself to do this movement is going to help your body become stronger and even more mobile. Now let's talk about my personal favorite, the plank. The plank is about core stability. I think it's about mental toughness as well, but let's just talk about the functional physical aspects of it. When we think of our core, it's not just about your abdominals and having a six pack. A strong core helps you to have great posture, balance, and it protects your spine. It helps you to learn how to transfer strength through your body. The goal of a plank is not just to hold it for a long period of time. The goal is learning to control your body. Here's a challenge for you for this week. Look at your daily activities and ask yourself, what movement patterns am I using right now? Let's bring some mindfulness into our daily movements. When you sit down, you can think about squatting. When you pick something up, think hinge. When you carry your groceries, you guessed it, that's a carry. When you reach, push, or pull, recognize that your body is already practicing these movements. Fitness is not something that is separate from your life. So going to the gym and exercising, a lot of people will say, oh, fit people do that and I'm not fit. I don't do that. I'm not a person who goes to the gym. If you are a human being living in your body as an adult, carrying out your life, then I don't understand. I want to understand, but the resistance to strengthening and training these movements so that we can build muscle and age as healthy and optimized as possible. If we don't strengthen the muscles that support us doing these movements, then guess what we can look forward to? Not doing these movements independently for years to come. Slowly but surely, your independence will be chipped away at, and you have to ask people to do more things for you. Your confidence starts to decrease. Maybe you even just don't feel like going certain places because you know that you're limited in certain ways. That's why I'm so passionate about us understanding what these movement patterns are so that we're not just going into the gym for the sake of going into the gym and doing what we see the person next to us doing, that we actually understand what muscles need to be strengthened and why, and how this supports our real lives. We may all have different shapes, but these basic functions are for all of us, and strengthening up these muscles is preparing us to live stronger and be better in our daily functioning. If you're ready to build strength, improve your movement, and create a wellness plan that fits your life, I would love to help you with online fitness and nutrition coaching. I believe coaching should be focused on building sustainable habits through movement, nutrition, and accountability. If you are looking for personalized support, there's a link in the show notes to schedule a call for a consultation session and find out what other coaching resources are available. I would love to help you take the next step toward becoming a stronger, healthier, and more confident version of yourself. As we close today, I want to remind you that our bodies are a gift. It's not something to criticize. It's something for us to steward. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 19 and 20 say, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? Taking care of our health is not about vanity. It's about honoring the body that God has entrusted to us so we can continue serving, loving, and living with purpose." My encouragement for you this week is simple. Move your body with gratitude, build your strength with intention, and remember, you were created to flourish. Thank you for joining me on the Well Women Flourish podcast. Until next time, be well.